Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to AriesEDC live, not from the shop, but we are here in the room, and I have a special guest. Obviously, we have Brynn. So Brynn is back from her world adventures in Europe. I thought it would be fun. I don't know why. I thought it would be fun for us to hang out, chat with her. I have this week off, so there's nothing pressing I need to do in the shop this week. And so I figured she just got back from Europe. She's been telling me about it over the past couple of days, but I think it'd be cool to share some of these stories with you guys. So welcome in to everybody. I'll let everybody start filing in. I'll say good morning to everybody who's here. Mad Yoko, what's going on? Tyler, what's going on? Tim B, good morning, sir. I hope your adventures with IT have been doing well at work, because I'm sure you're dealing with all of that. Donnie Bless, what's going on, man? I hope you are doing good, getting that coffee and getting your day started. I'm sure getting ready to jump out in the shop. Raybo, what's going on, Raybo? I hope everything is good. I was hoping that Brynn's, what did you say? I was hoping Brynn's new friend, Count Vlad Dracula, would be joining the discussion today. No, I think he's going to be staying right where he is.
I did. I watched Brahms Dracula in Romania while I was there, because I was.
You watched the movie?
Yeah,
of course. Which one? Which one?
The Brahms one with
Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yeah, with Winona Ryder in it.
That's
because we were in the town that Vlad Dracula was in, and we watched it that night together.
You were staying in that town?
Yeah.
Oh, well, when was that? Okay, we'll talk about it, because there's a lot to catch up on.
I saw the castle. I saw Dracula's
Gary
castle.
Oldman. They're sending me a new computer tomorrow. That's right. Just that's horrible. With Gary Oldman? Yeah, with Gary Oldman. Okay, very good.
As a doctor, right?
Oh wait, yeah, because Donnie is a huge movie guy, so he knows exactly.
Yeah, it was my second time watching it, but it was better when you were watching it in Romania.
Well, I guess when you're watching it with Dracula's castle in the background, it's probably a very different experience. There's so much better Dracula versions to watch.
Yeah, I know. It's a really cheesy.
Leslie Nielsen. Anything with Leslie Nielsen is probably not gonna be.
It's a cheesy movie. It is cheesy. But
Kelly's Mishmash. Good morning. Good morning. We're hanging out with Brynn. So I'm letting everybody pop in here. We got, 10 people in here. That's awesome. It's a spoof. Well, yeah, if you have Leslie Nielsen in it, of course it's going to be a spoof. Going to be kind of crazy. So I guess we should bring everybody up to speed. I guess it was about a year ago, right? Mm-hmm. Brynn came to me and was like, hey, there's this trip coming up next summer to Romania, and we're going to be doing blah, blah, blah. So I was like, as a concerned parent, I was like, what? Romania? No. That's too far away. You can't go. In my head, I said that. But, it was for school. It's a great learning experience. And I got to tell you, I'm really proud that you did this trip. You put it together on your own. You did everything. So I'm really proud of you for doing this. And you did survive. And we're going to hear about it. And in retrospect, it was an amazing experience that at 21 years old, because you did spend your 21st birthday in Romania. That I know when I was that age, that would have been the last thing I would have been doing. And if I was in Europe for my 21st birthday, things would not have ended well. So, I'm just going to say that.
I was having a very calm 21st birthday. I was at a traditional Transylvanian restaurant of like 2 people with 2 very nerdy friends, and we sat and had 1 drink, and then we left. So I was very tame.
That's my girl.
And then I went home, and that was it. I was not even tipsy.
Yeah, not even tipsy. So I went with one drink. You never know. Studying abroad was one of the best experiences of my undergrad education. It's an opportunity like no other. So glad that Brynn made the choice to go. So Tim, I think he went to South Africa.
That's awesome.
I believe, because I know you speak a little Afrikaans. So that's awesome. Looking back, I wish I would have. Yeah. See. Yeah, that was fun too, Raybo. But yeah, I mean, looking back on it, that's why I'm saying that is just like looking back on it and seeing the pictures and hearing some of the experiences that you had. That's amazing because she was in Romania, right?
Yeah.
And the city was called, because can't say it.
So I stayed in Ordorhe for 4 weeks with 40 other students from all over the country, all over different countries. And I did excavation work for that month, did the internship. And then I convinced my friend who went with me, I'm like, okay, so we bought the tickets to go here, and it's so accessible by train to get places other than Romania. Why don't we just do a 2-week backpacking trip? We go hit up some other countries because we've been kind of working the whole time. I did get to experience Romania on the weekends, but it was more of like a educational experience. So I was like, let's do like a trip where we're going to different countries. So I went to Hungary, through Slovakia, I went to Poland, and then I ended in Czech Republic. So I got to see 5 countries this summer, and they were all beautiful in their own different ways. So they're all favorites for different reasons. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you had told me that you're going to go on this trip, and then afterwards you're going to go backpacking through Europe.
Yeah, that was the kicker.
And then
I didn't want to tell him that because I was like, should I even tell him or should I tell him after the fact?
Yeah, liar. No, but she told me you were in Cape Town, Johannesburg, South Africa.
Oh,
that's
cool.
Awesome, Tim. That's awesome. So this idea of the trip came up, but you handled everything yourself. You put it all together, all the traveling, making sure you had a passport, but making sure it was all up to date and everything else. And you did travel with a friend or at least a fellow student that was in your class somebody you knew. So that was awesome. So let's start from the beginning. How was travel? Where did you go from? How was all of that? Because I know. So you left from Tampa because you live in Tampa. You go to University of South Florida. So yeah, I guess go Bulls. But I know you're not.
I'm not super school spirit. I'm a transfer student, so I'm like, go Bulls, I guess.
I guess. Yeah, I know you're not like a sports fanatic or anything else.
I've never been to a football game. Still, I have to go to one before I graduate in the fall. But
you don't have to do anything.
But I guess I should. I guess I should. I'm paying for like.
Well, if you get it free, then there you go. But I know that's not your scene, which is perfectly fine. But Joe Kasparek, good morning. Byron, Splitting Slices, good morning. This sounds like a great learning and traveling experience. Europe is connected well, often by train. Yeah, so she took advantage of the trains, of some short airplane trips, which we're going to talk about, and trains, planes, and automobiles. Yes, and just walking because everything is within walking. Your favorite thing you ate? Oh, she just had pork, potato, and pork.
No. I'll tell you, I had some really good food, but when I was at the inn in Romania, it was run by a very lovely family who cooked us Romanian traditional dishes every night. So part of the program cost was them feeding us. So they were giving us what they would eat, and it was a lot of pork, potatoes, and chicken, very almost like a schnitzel, very pounded down and fried. And they usually had that, but I definitely had to go get vegetables elsewhere. So I was like, I don't think I've seen a vegetable in weeks. My body's shutting down.
That's my girl. I haven't had a vegetable. I need a vegetable. Yeah, everybody.
I can feel it in my stomach. Like, I need it.
Yeah, that was, people are asking about food. That's funny that's the first thing you guys think of. But Eastern Europe is not really known for their great
food.
Cuisine. I mean, so.
I had really good, because I was very surprised about the Italian influence of Romania.
Really?
And the language has Italian, like, so I speak Spanish, so I try to connect other people's languages to what I know. So there were words in Romanian that were the same as Spanish. Like
because it's an Italian.
Yeah.
It's a romantic language. That's cool. I didn't think that.
I had the best lasagna of my life in Romania.
You had what?
The best lasagna of my life.
Nuts.
It was
blasphemy.
it was so good. It was so good. I mean, it was
awesome. So the best thing she ate was lasagna in Romania.
I had lasagna. That was really good. Pierogies. I had pierogies in Poland, which was a fun experience. I had to do it.
Yeah, she had to. You have to have pierogies in Poland, right? Of course. Timby said, second favorite question to ask is, what was one thing that shocked you culturally about the region?
The horse and buggies.
Horse and buggies.
Yeah. I was in a very rural area. It was beautiful and it was open mountains. So people walked their cows with cowbells just down the street in front of us. The horse and buggies, like, I love that. So I was like, ooh, cows. I went and go look at them. I was like, I love it. But
ooh, cows.
But
yeah. Tell us about the town you were staying in, because you told me a story about this town.
Yeah.
Versus like the rest of Romania.
Yeah.
And everything else. So it was a small, like, rural town. And like she and I want to try to share pictures with you guys, but I'm having some issues with technology this morning already. So so tell us about this small town, because you said if it's a small town where they're just cart and buggying with horses with cows around.
Well, yeah, they had cars and taxis, but then they also had the farmers and the workers who utilized the horse and buggies too. So I thought that was culturally shocking, because I personally haven't seen that unless maybe the Mennonites in Sarasota, but that was the only people I had seen.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. But so context about the town that I was in. So we went in through the capital, Bucharest of Romania, and then we took a bus ride 4 or 5 hours.
4-hour bus ride from
out
the
into
capital
the middle of nowhere. And the farther we didn't see pictures of where we were staying. So the farther we're going out into the middle of nowhere, I'm like looking at the window like, okay, where are we going right now? Because I'm like, okay, it's getting farther and farther in the middle of nowhere. There has to be a town. So we're waiting, and then I'm starting to see civilization again. And I'm like, okay, this has to be the town. It's very cute. They have a cute center too, with a little garden and nice buildings and stuff, but it's just a little farther away from where I was staying. But okay, we're going through the town, and then we pull up to a very beautiful inn. I was shocked at how nice it was.
And that's where you were staying?
And that's where I was staying. So it is in the middle of nowhere.
But you and everybody else, how many people in total were there?
45 students, and then 10 staff members. So
is that the picture of the inn?
That's the inn.
And that's okay. So that's the inn where they were staying. So just this little inn, and I guess they had this giant koi pond out front.
It was pretty awesome.
That was pretty awesome that the guy running it was doing that. So
but the cultural situation that the town I was in was kind of why we were there. So we were doing the project because there was conflicts. I'm not super certain about the details, so I won't go deep into it, but there was conflict between Romania and Hungary when they were figuring out their borders and everything. So the individuals in the town, they do not speak Romanian, they only speak Hungarian. So they kind of identify more with Transylvanians and maybe even Hungarians more than Romanians. So other Romanians know these individuals as like a little bit different culturally than the rest of Romania. And I mean, that's why we were conducting the project there, because it's culturally unique and had very interesting burials, as I was there for a cemetery excavation. So yeah, so what I figured this out because I went to the next town over and my waiter asked us where we were staying. And I was like, oh, we're staying in Orderhay. And he was like, why are you staying in Orderhay? There's nothing there. And I'm like, science, I guess. And he was like, okay, well, why weren't you staying here? This is such a nicer town, you know? They kind of look down upon the smaller towns because they're like, why would you go there as an American? Because you have all this stuff. Why would you not go to Bucharest or something like that? But then we had to explain, we're here for this, and that has culturally sensitive stuff, so that's why we're there.
It's just funny that the small town in Romania didn't identify as Romanian. They identified more as Transylvanian.
I did feel rich, Tim. The lei is very weak in comparison to the U.S. currency, so
it's the lei. It's called the lei.
Oh yeah, I even have I have a lei in my purse. I have one lei left.
Is it inside?
Yeah.
You don't need to get it now. We can get it later.
Yeah, I definitely felt rich. Even in Hungary and Poland, the currency was still in my favor. So
very cool, very cool. All right, so going back to the travel, I know that when you were going there, this is like the longest flight you've ever been on.
Oh yeah.
And I know you were flying from Tampa to JFK in New York, and there was like you and Evan, who were the person that you were traveling with. You had to like run across JFK to get to your next connecting flight.
So our original flight got delayed.
Oh,
so it threw off the rest of our flights because our connections were now, okay, it was 2 hours, but now it's like, okay, you're running across the airport to get to them. So I'm running through JFK and my bag completely splits open. And all my stuff is all on the floor. My underwear thrown out. Everything's thrown out. I'm like about to have a breakdown. I'm like, I'm freaking out, and I'm like stuffing things in my bag. But then the second flight got delayed. So I actually made it only because the second flight was also delayed.
Oh, that saved you. That's right.
Yeah.
And that was like a 8-hour flight?
Yeah. From it was Turkish Airlines from JFK to Istanbul. And then I was Istanbul to Bucharest.
And how long was that flight?
10 hours. 10 hours.
From Bucharest or
from JFK to...
Oh, it was 10-hour flight.
Yeah.
Wow. I've never been on a flight. I think I would go crazy. You probably slept the whole time, knowing you.
Yeah, and then I brought music and I had books. This was a not nice flight. Like I didn't have a little screen where I was watching movies. Like I was like stuck. Like people were packed on that thing. Like you know what I mean.
Donnie, I'd have to be in a coma to be in a plane that long.
Yeah, I was asleep. And then, yeah, this was definitely. Luckily, I had a warm up where I went to Seattle with my best friend, so we did an 8-hour flight before this, so I kind of got used to it a little bit, but it wasn't fun. Like I didn't enjoy myself, but the row was all for me, so I was very happy about that.
Oh, that's awesome. Travel tip. I like this travel tip, Tim. Always wrap a bunch of duct tape around an ink pen for bag rippage. So you can duct tape it up so you can go back and duct tape it. That's neat. That's a neat tip, Tim.
Cool.
I'll remember that next time I go someplace, which will be never. But yeah. So you get there, and then you take this long bus ride. Well, okay, so you got to Romania, and the capital is Bucharest, right?
Yeah.
Which there's Buka, and then there's rest.
Oh no, that's
The
hungry. Buddha and Pest. And then
Okay,
they
sorry.
unified.
And then, so you stayed the night at a hotel
Yeah,
there because you got there
late at night.
late at night because you're going forward in time.
Yeah.
And then coming back, you're standing still because
it was so confusing. I was just tired. I don't know. I slept the whole night.
And then the next morning you took that 4-hour bus ride
That
into
was
middle
worse.
of nowhere.
I think the bus ride was worse than the train the plane because I was just so tired from the plane that I was like going insane. But it's okay. It was all worth it.
Yeah, that's a great tip, Tim. And then you get there in a small little town. You get used to the inn. And I forgot because I know we were talking the entire time you were there. So thank you for keeping me updated. How long? And then you went out to the dig site. Yeah. And you guys were doing the dig site, digging your deepest hole ever.
Yeah, I had a very special trench. Very special. I got very lucky. So I was actually randomly assigned with one of my really good friends that I flew with. So I was very happy about that because my partner was someone I knew very well, and I had already been through hell and back on the way running through the airport with this guy. So I was like, okay, like this is already my bro. Like we're good. But we get to the trench. The site is called Papdom. We get there and there's originally 2 other teams in my trench with me. And then they both, after a few days, not even a week, the professor tells them, nope, there's nothing in the other trenches. To my other people in my trench, they're like, no, the other holes are sterile. There's nothing there. But Brynn and Evan, you need to keep digging because there's definitely something there. I think it's 3. They're like betting on how many people are going to be in there, taking their educated guesses on what's going to be there. So at this point, I already need a ladder to get down into the hole because it is a hole. And it's 7 meters deep by the time I ended the dig. And we were the ladder was all the way at the top of the hole. So we had to completely crouch down to even get to the ladder and then go down. But
7 meters deep. And I was asking you this. Your actual professors from the college were there observing this whole dig or supervising. Mm-hmm. And they could tell that you just keep digging because the soil was disturbed.
So the way that my professors identified that our trench was going to be fine for human remains is because the soil was still mixed. So if you get to soil that's completely homogeneous, all brown, then there's probably nothing there because when someone was originally digging, they were mixing up all the soil and putting it back in, and there's all this mixed material from the different layers. So they were like, nope, it's still mixed. It's still mixed. I swear there's something there. And what was my biggest find? I had a double burial.
Which is a big deal. So
yeah.
In this big pit when she's digging in here, and that's kind of the photo that I used for the thumbnail. That's her in this giant pit, and yeah. So they actually found
two individuals with artifacts. So we found iron shoe heels by the feet of one of the individuals. So back then, shoes were actually made with iron, so it was preserved over time. And we had a juvenile, a younger kid, and a mother, presumably, probably a older woman. So middle-aged female individual, and then a smaller juvenile, but we couldn't tell sex because the pelvis was in the trench wall, and that was for next this upcoming month of people. And also, it would be really difficult for me to identify sex on a juvenile that young. So
Yeah, because she can identify the bones, and she's, that's what she's going to school for. Tim asked, was this experience, did it sway your career goals at all?
it's actually funny because I kind of did this because I am an anthropology major, but I'm going to public health master's degree. So I'm not going to do archaeology for a career, but I'm extremely interested in it. And I just want to try it out because I've done every single type of internship except that. So basically that's why I went, because I wanted to try something and see if maybe I liked it. And I loved it, but unfortunately the reason I wouldn't is because archaeology work that's available is not exactly the most exciting. So CRM work is how you get jobs in archaeology, and it's like people are doing construction for this building. Go and check to make sure there's not Native American or important artifacts or Native American burial grounds. And most of the times those comes back negative. It's just like you're digging.
So it's not something that you're really excited about getting into.
But that's how you make money, unfortunately. And yeah.
We are looking for our next temperance bones from Bones.
Yeah. But I would absolutely do it again. Like, just if I got the opportunity to and someone was willing to pay me, like I would do it again. Like, it was great. I had a lovely time, but unfortunately the field is it's not what exactly, Tim. Like, it's on TV. It looks like some really, really exciting thing, but in reality, most archaeologists just do like construction stuff, or they work at a national park and help people, or more subtle like jobs. So I'm really more passionate about public health, and so I'm going to post-grad for that. So I want to be a community health worker. So like help.
But this experience was definitely a really cool life experience.
Yeah.
And not everybody, I mean, out of all the people that were there, did anybody else find any burial remains or anything?
Yeah. Almost everyone found something, whether that be articulated, so articulated as in all the bones are together and like you can tell clearly, or sometimes there are mass graves where they just kind of people in there and it's all mixed up, so you're like, oh gosh, like I don't know who's who, so those are unarticulated. So some people found a mass amount of remains that were not articulated, some found it just depended where you were at. So.
Yeah, definitely TV and all of that makes some of this stuff seem really cool, and then the reality is there's no money in it, and it's very tedious and a lot of work for little rewards.
Yeah. And I've worked in forensic labs as well. And again, it's people think it's super interesting, and then you're in the lab and it's just like, you're just cleaning off the remains and chatting with your friends. It's really just very calm. And lab work is really, I like it because I like mundane work, but I'm kind of a person that I'm really want to be talking to people. I want to be hands-on, and I want to be just like making connections. So I think that I wouldn't be able to do that for my whole life. So that's kind of why I'm doing public health. But I'm really happy I chose anthro for my major, because I learned so much about a broad spectrum of things, and now I know exactly what I want to do. So pretty awesome. I'm very grateful, and lots of data collection, data analysis. Yeah, I was doing that. Mapping. So basically I had to we have a grid. We have to map like exact coordinates and measure and take the depths of everything. And it's tedious. It is tedious. And one of my like graduate student staff was like, you're the only group that hasn't complained this far. Like, I like that about you. And I'm like, oh, I don't think a lot of people were enjoying that because they kind of had a perception that it was going to be more fun, I guess.
Is that yours?
Yeah, you can show them that.
That gives you an idea.
And I was the deepest hole right there.
So in this little corner over here, she was down in that hole. So it was down. That's deep. So that was the site that she was at. And I'm trying to find. You did so during the week. The routine of going out into the field and digging, taking naps in the fields that I heard about.
Yeah, I love. It was awesome. I got to take naps like in the most beautiful places on earth. So, and Tim, I agree with the minimal technology because a lot of it doesn't have funding. So, I was using toothbrushes and like wooden trowels.
You guys going for your trip? All right. Okay.
Where are you going?
Down the street. Have lunch.
Oh, good luck.
One person. All right.
Enjoy yourself.
I spent hours a day, months analyzing crayfish movement in a flume artifact river set up for dominance resource ecology on a little security camera.
Wait, do you do ecology work today? I'm just curious because that's really interesting. I did a little bit of an environmental internship at one point.
Is that Dracula stuff?
No, it's the knives that I sent you. They would like that if they like the knife content.
Oh, of course they like the knife content.
It was a little earlier.
Did you send it to me on Instagram or?
No, it's in here.
Because I don't see it. It's not there. It's not there. I don't see it. That's everything.
No, I sent it to you. I texted it to you. I'll send it again. Or I'll pull it up for them.
I'm trying to find. I want to share. I'm trying to share pictures, and she shared a bunch of pictures with me on Instagram, and it won't let me pull it up on my Instagram. It's saying all the pictures are broken.
Every time I saw a knife in a museum, I sent it to my dad. Yeah,
she's always sending me pictures of the knives and stuff, which is awesome. But yeah, see, it's still not letting me. It's annoying.
This was.
I taught organic chemistry and advanced inorganic chems at a local university for 2 years before going into private sector at chemical company.
Wow.
Now I work in chemical regulations and formulation.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that.
All right. So she did get to go to Dracula's castle on the weekends because that's what I was kind of getting at. So on the weekends, you guys would go on trips to the neighboring towns and visit just the squares and everything else. And the pictures that you sent were just like, for me,
not what you were thinking.
Like just, oh wait, here's the pierogies, Tim. You want to see the pierogies? There's the pierogies in Poland. So you get the pierogies. And then she did send me pictures of Dracula's knives and stuff. So tell them about Dracula's castle. Is it as cool as everybody would think?
It is not. You would probably think it was. Oh yeah, that's the next town over I went to.
So that's the big town. That's the big town over compared to the small town she was staying in. So it's just, these pictures are just so awesome. Like, yeah, we're gonna go have lunch at this little cafe.
So cute. Yeah.
At this little town, and it's just like,
it was very beautiful. What was I talking about?
Dracula's castle.
Oh, yeah. You would think from all the media that it would be this big Gothic castle, but it's actually just very. It was really cool. Don't get me wrong, I was loving it, but it is not Gothic architecture at all. It is very much.
Oh, here it is.
Traditional Romanian castle.
That's it, right?
Oh yeah, those are the Dracula knives.
So these are in the museum or in the castle, they had these things. Look at those. That's kind of awesome. Like that, these little Persian dagger looking things. And some of that, but really cool. really cool stuff.
This is Dracula's castle.
Yeah, you're good. That's Dracula's castle. So it's not what you would think, huh?
No, but it was really cool.
That's pretty cool.
I loved it.
Is that Dracula's castle?
Mm-mm.
No.
That's just a church.
This is what I would get a lot of. So this is my twisted child. That I would get like old like graveyard pictures and graveyard pictures all the time. I'm starting to worry about her.
I was in the graveyard the whole time. I was from 8 to 5 days a week. I was just in the graveyard, so that's what I had to send pictures of. I wasn't specifically going.
Yeah, sure. But yeah, I mean, and we're gonna get into the trip because the travels beyond that. Yes, pierogies are tasty. Did you get to see the bathtub Elizabeth Bathory used to bathe in the blood of young children, though being a vampire and hungry?
I don't think so.
Was there not a bathtub there?
I don't think so.
You didn't see the bathtub?
No.
No bathtub, Tim. Way less metal than one would think. Yeah, you would think. A little bigger than the bloom. just a little bigger than the bloom. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely not gothic, crazy or cathedral architecture with the lightning in the background. Like it's like cute little like castle in the green hills. So I mean,
yeah,
because Vlad the Impaler was the reason the myth came about, and he was just some guy. And people were just scared of him. So
yeah, what do you want to show?
Anything.
What is this?
Those are just around the town, the edges of the town. They have
Ogleby, the town you were staying in. Order hay. I still can't say.
Like odor.
Odor hay.
Like smell hay. That's how I remember it.
This one.
Yeah.
Do this. We share. All right, so we're gonna look at some of these photos. So that's like, I guess, a watchtower.
Yeah, that was in my town. This is the park. This is a big thing. This is new.
This is new?
This is a great thing. Yeah. This is new technology for the town. They have a park now.
They have a park?
Yeah. This is the pond they made.
They made the pond?
Yeah.
Is this like fencing around it or something? I don't want to show off because there's other things here that I don't want to show off, but I guess people, oh well.
It's okay. I don't think they care.
Like some of the you sent me a lot of pictures of churches, which some of the architectural and old churches is really stinking cool.
I went to church more than I have.
But you went to church for just to see the architectural, not the
I was at a different church like every single.
Where is this? Do you remember where this is?
I was not feeling good that day.
Not feeling good that day.
I didn't even go hike up to the fortress that day. I gave up. I went and had lemonade.
You had a lot of lemonade, I hear.
There was like a couple that out of their house was serving fresh.
Oh
drinks.
Yeah, you were telling me about.
Oh, it's right up there.
Right here.
Up a little bit.
This town.
Up. There's my lemonade.
This one.
Yeah.
Yep, there's her lemonade. She had her lemonade. So I guess these people just had a sign out in front of their door. You can tell the story.
Yeah. So it's their house, and they just have a business, and they run it out of their house, and they had a sign that's like, "Come in for fresh drinks." And I was scared to go alone, so I made my friend come with me. I was like, "I want to go." That's the town that Dracula was originated in.
Oh, that's where he originated, like this, like what?
His tales.
His tales started to originate from there.
That's Brasov, Romania.
Brasov?
Mm-hmm. Brasov.
It's like you see these old buildings, and that's cool.
Yeah,
What is that?
That's a fortress. Old fortress. We went all the way up there. It was pretty cool. It had a really pretty view there.
And this is still in Romania when you were just doing your weekend.
I hadn't even left Romania yet. This is all Romania.
That's just beautiful. Look at that.
Yeah, the Carpathians.
Like, I mean, I'm not world traveled by any means, but that's just really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. That's my friend.
There's Brynn. Sorry, guys.
It's okay. My friend doesn't care.
I should probably be looking at things this way instead of the other way. Look at that. Where's this?
That's Brasov still.
Brasov, Romania.
Mm-hmm.
That's so cool.
But
when Byron said when he was in Hungary and Croatia, I was amazed at how great the roads, highways conditions, near perfect, not a pothole anywhere.
Yes, I agree. They take public transportation very seriously. They take their cities seriously. Like, it was very, very nice. And I had the same experience in Poland too. It was just pristine. And they had just beautiful parks everywhere. Very, very nice. I enjoyed it. I love taking the tram and the train everywhere because I don't really have that where I live, so it was really nice. I want to go to Croatia and Austria. Those are really, really cool. I wish that I would have had time to go to Austria, but it was not in our budget nor our time frame.
Look at that. And that's not even one of the prettiest churches that you sent me pictures of.
Yeah. I guess I should start these are all the people that I traveled with and made friends with throughout the course of the program, and some of them go to my school and some of them are in Canada or halfway across the world, and so it's pretty cool. I got a friend in every corner of the US now.
Byron, I'm pretty proud and glad that she went on this trip. What is this?
That is Sighiswara. That's Dracula's birthplace.
Oh, that's where he was born?
Yes. And that is a Catholic church in the middle there. And then that's the town of Sighiswara. That's kind of a bigger town, about 2 hours away from Orderhead, where I was staying. 2 hours by train, that is.
Train. And public transportation, obviously, on the weekends, you guys would jump on a train, jump on a bus.
Yeah.
And go.
Oh, on the train, I got interrogated by the police.
Oh, yeah. Tell them about, you told me about that story.
Yeah, I was a little nervous because, so we went on the train and.
That's beautiful.
I was paying for my ticket and I paid for the ticket and there was a ticket guy and then the police officer that was following behind him, but I didn't think anything of it. But then he circled back around to us and was like, "Why are you here?" Because obviously it doesn't make sense why a group of Americans are in the middle of nowhere in Romania. It's okay that he's saying that, but he's like, "Why are you here? Where are you going? How long have you stayed here? Where are you staying? Can I see your papers? Can I see your passport?" And I had my passport on me, but my friend didn't have his passport on him. He just had his US ID because he didn't think he would need it, We weren't going internationally. We were just on the train. But you should keep it on you at all times, but he didn't. So they took pictures of our IDs and stuff, and they were like, "Oh, okay." And they were very confused, so they were questioning why we were here and how long we were going to stay. And so I was like, "Ooh." They were talking to us for a good 15 minutes there. I was a little nervous, but that was not the worst thing that happened on my trip by far.
Really?
No.
What was worse? Did you not tell me something?
The I haven't told you about some of the stuff I've been saving it.
Oh, she's saving it. Check this out, guys. The axe and that like this kukri thing.
Did I tell
that
you
thing
about
is
the Czech
awesome.
Airbnb?
The Czech Airbnb?
The first
The
one?
dirty one. The gross one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, you told me about that one.
That was.
Look at this. What
That's
church?
in Budapest.
That's in Budapest. And you told me, so this is starting. So once the whole dig was over, how long did you do the dig for?
I did it for a month.
So for 4 weeks, you did the dig.
Yeah.
And sorry, Knives of Life. Hello. Yeah, it is awesome. Looks like the Goodyear blimp broke out. Looks like the Goodyear blimp. So you spent 4 weeks at the dig. You guys did your dig, and then I didn't know you had like a full presentation that you had to give in front of the person that was funding this whole thing and all the professors and the students and everything else. So you had to. So you went to a local museum. Correct me if I'm wrong. And
I went to a museum.
And you did a presentation of your findings.
Yeah, so I had to do a conference, and I had to present to all the professors and the staff members, and Jolt, who's a very scary Romanian man who is very straight-faced all the time, very sweet guy, but he scared me, so I was really nervous to present in front of him because he dedicated his life to this project.
All right, Kathleen, good luck.
So his whole life is dedicated to this project, and then me, been there for 4 weeks, is going to be like, let me teach you something. Like, he doesn't know all the stuff that I'm saying. Like, he's looked over every single thing. So I just had to be confident and go up there and pretend like I know everything, because that's kind of how you have to get by life sometimes. But I did a project. My project was on pathology. So any trauma that happened to the bones, whether it be from medical issues or interpersonal violence, I noted it, and I went through the collections and the things that stood out to me. I did a PowerPoint presentation on that, and then described what was happening pathologically to my audience. Like, for example, I had put a picture up of one of the femurs, and I was like, this crevice that's supposed to be here, this fovea capitis, it's supposed to be a crevice, but it's flat, which means there is arthritis in the hip, and the osteoclast worked extra or whatever. So I was just explaining each thing, like arthritis and horseback riding. There was effects of horseback riding on like some of the
women.
What
do you think of that?
So yeah, and it affects your bones because your bones adapt. They're really cool.
Yeah.
That's what I did my portion of the presentation on, but it was a group. So it was a randomly assigned group, and 3 other girls and me presented, and they did a great job too. And they said I did all right. So I said I did fine.
As long as you got the credit for doing it, that's all that really matters. So you did that. You finished up with the presentation, and then we're off. So you guys took the 4-hour bus ride back to Bucharest.
Oh gosh.
Right?
And then
stayed at the hotel. The same hotel that you came in.
I forgot to tell you this.
Oh, no.
I'm forgetting that, like, when you're thinking of all the things
Michael
that
McCoy,
happen,
good morning.
You don't think about everything, and then you.
Well, that's why I wanted to take it step by step, because then I'll break up memories.
So
tell me these things that you're not telling me about.
We get to Bucharest at 4 a.m. Like,
wait, from leaving?
Yeah.
Your thing? Okay.
So we've been on the bus all night because the bus broke down. We had to get a new bus in the middle of nowhere. They had to come bring us a new bus. So we were 2 hours like late. We were supposed to get there like at 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. or something so that people could catch their flights, early morning stuff. So I finally get there. I got an Airbnb in Bucharest, and
so not a hotel.
No, I just got an Airbnb, and then I didn't hotel the entire time.
Now the Airbnbs, that's like people's other houses, right? Like,
yeah, you stay. They give you cheaper rates, and you just Well, they're not living there, but they do live there sometimes.
Gotcha.
But some of the Airbnbs, they do live there, but I don't do that.
That's why I said that.
I don't do that because I'm like, unless I'm in a hostel, like I don't want to stay with you.
Which you did.
Yeah, I did stay in hostels, but so I got there, and I mean, Romania has a communist history, so there is a lot of like communist block buildings that haven't been remodeled. It's just the way things look on the outside. But when we pulled up, it looked like the sketchiest place I'd ever seen in my life. Wait, let me show you. It was 4 in the morning. We like
4 o'clock. Okay, so it's 4 o'clock in the morning. You pull up to this place.
And I'm like, oh, that didn't look. But, okay, so the Uber drops us off because we had to Uber like there.
So he just dropped you off and left.
Yeah, because obviously that's his job.
He was like, I ain't staying here.
Yeah. So I'm with Evan, and I'm with my friend Carter, who is crashing at ours until he could get to his flight the next day. Because I'm like, you need to get some rest, man. Like, you should definitely sleep at ours because, you know, I didn't want him to have to be up all night, 2 nights in a row.
Robert Feely, what's going on? So she's trying to find these pictures of this sketchy place. This is the first night on your own without the group.
Yeah.
Just going out, and we're gonna start our backpack trip across Europe. Here's the first place we're gonna stay at.
I took a picture of it while I was there.
Some, that could be downtown New York apartment building. Oh man, so that's just a building in this room. You're gonna stay in a room in this building.
Yeah.
That is gonna be sketchy. Yeah, we're gonna stay here tonight, guys. Yay!
So we get into the Airbnb, and it's very nice inside. Like, it's very nice inside. He has it very well decorated, very clean. So I'm like, I'm not a picky person, so I was like, whatever, this is fine. It just looks a little.
It's fine,
rustic.
sure.
It's
rustic, sure.
So, and I was exhausted, so I didn't really care. So I fell asleep.
And I'm not trying to make fun of anybody if you live in a downtown New York apartment like that, but that's sketchy at 4 o'clock in the morning in a country you don't know.
In the morning, it was fine. Like, when I looked at it, I was like, yeah, it's fine. But then when you're at 4 in the morning and you haven't slept all night and you're like, shit, I have to stay there, like, that was not fun. But the morning we looked at it, we were like, it looks fine in the morning, and like, looks fine. We only stayed there for 2 nights. So
you stayed there 2 nights?
Yeah.
And then you hung around the town?
Yeah.
Bucharest or Bucharest. So you got to actually hang out in Bucharest. What did you guys do in Bucharest? Well, that's where I live. Sorry, Tim. That looks like my house. Making fun of my house.
Looks nice on the inside. But we wanted to see Bucharest because we hadn't even been in the capital city. So we went to the National Museum and went to Liberty Square and, just hung out. We had a friend that was staying there until her flight was coming. So we hung out with this girl named Peyton. She was lovely. We had dinner with her and hung out. And then, I liked Bucharest. It was very nice, but the architecture there is a lot different from the rest of the countries just because it has a history of like
communism,
a kind of not a great government, so everything had to be a certain way. So they're kind of getting over that slowly because they just were able to overcome their government issues recently within the last in our lifetimes and in your lifetime for sure. So
what are you trying to say?
What
are you trying to say?
Well,
do you think I'm old?
So yeah,
I'm joking.
You're older than me.
Yeah, I'm joking. Well, that was part of my concern. You going to this Eastern European country where there's a lot of political conflicts and war that is right around the corner. So,
I wasn't by the Ukraine border. It's okay.
Your favorite memory of the trip? What is one thing that you will remember for the rest of your life and treasure? Well,
I'll get to it when I get to Row Club because Wrocław, Poland was one of my favorite cities. And
Finding bones in a hole, giant hole, is probably a big one that will stand
that
out.
was exciting, yeah. When I first got, because I was the one who found, my dig partner was mad because I found the first one, the second one, and I found the artifact. So he didn't discover anything. Like, he didn't get to have that moment where he dug and then, whoa, it's there. Because he I don't know.
He's lazy. He didn't know what he was doing.
Yeah, I don't know. I had all those moments. Yeah.
That's awesome. So where was your next destination? You stayed at the sketchy place for a couple nights.
Yeah.
And then you were off to
Budapest, Hungary, which was amazing. I wish I would have had more time there, but just because we were traveling and trying to get to our flight, we were just like, let's just do 2 days, because we don't want to take any risks. And if something happens, we need to get to our flight by this date, so we have to just kind of keep it moving. But I would absolutely go back for a more in-depth trip there. It was very stunning. But we have to talk about the flight before.
Well, Michael, she was with somebody. His name is Evan, a friend of hers. So she was traveling. She wasn't alone. She was traveling with somebody. So
I wish I could do that, but
you're
maybe it's not as easy for me as a young.
He's horrible woman with the dad jokes. You see the dad joke?
Did you get hungry? I did. I was super hungry. I ate a lot of food.
It's amazing. She got to hungry, and all of a sudden, she became hungry. Gotta eat everything.
Yeah, it was fun.
All right.
But the flight, I already told you about this.
You explain to them. Well, there's the whole story behind this flight. So you flew from Bucharest to Budapest, which I didn't know. Did you guys know there's a Buda and there's a Pest?
And then they were unified.
And they were unified to make Budapest? I didn't know that. She was like, yeah, we went to Buda. And I was like, wait, Buda? Like Buda?
The left side of the river and the right side of the river.
Like Delhi Buddha? That's neat. So tell them about this flight that you decided was a good idea. Or no, Evan decided
it was my idea.
Oh, that was your idea? Oh, great.
So, okay. It was either I took a 14-hour bus or train ride.
I didn't know that, Michael.
Or I got a flight.
Wait, so it was a train ride?
So it's either 14 hours traveling by train or bus.
Oh, 14 hours? No.
Which my partner wanted to do. My travel partner wanted to do. And I was like, I can find a cheap flight. One thing about me, I can find something cheap. So I find this flight and I'm like, it's $20.
$20.
$20 for an hour and a half flight.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, it's cheaper.
It's great, $20 until
it's cheaper to do this flight than it is to do trains. Let's just do it. If it's effed up, then we figure out a backup plan. But let's just do it. $20. I bought it for him. I was like, oh, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be great. I knew it might be sketch because it was Wizz Air. So I don't know if y'all have been on Wizz Air.
Yeah. Raise your hand, all the Wizz Air people. I mean, just hearing Wizz Air might be a red flag.
But
just saying.
The girl I was with.
What flight did you take? Wizz Air. We fly all the time. It's a Wizz.
The girl that I was with in Bucharest was like, I flew in on Wizz Air, and they don't give you the gate. You have to go and look at the screen like it's janky. But it's
chickens flying around the plane.
And we arrived to the airport. So there's the big airport in Bucharest, and there's a little tiny
then there's the Wizz Air side of the.
So I was like, we get there. There's one terminal. So every single flight takes off from one terminal, one gate. So we only have backpacks. For this whole thing, I only brought a backpack worth of stuff. For the month that I was excavating, for the whole 2 weeks, because I knew I was going to be backpacking after, so I couldn't bring a carry-on. So I was like, all I have is a backpack. And it's not like a nice, big backpacking one. It was like a school backpack. It was. You go out on the tarmac. That's what I did. That's what I did, Michael. I went on the tarmac.
Yeah, there's no gate. You walk out
Yeah,
and you go up the
yeah.
steps into the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we're at the start of it, and I have my backpack, and it's one carry-on. I'm like, I only have a backpack, it's fine. So I am about to walk through, and the lady's like, oh, you need to fit that backpack in this tiny little box. And I was like, oh, watch me, lady. Because she was like, it's going to be $90 if you can't fit the backpack in there. And I was like, hell no, I'm not paying that. So I'm shoving it in there, like sitting on it, shoving it. And then I realized it's not going to work. So I just take out my pair of pants and just throw them in the trash. And I shove. And then I got it in. And I was like, check that out. I got it in. And she was like, okay, go on through. And she was mad that she couldn't scam me. But
that's where they get you. The $90. Oh, this flight's 20, but if your bag doesn't fit within this thing, that's $90 US. Thank you very much.
But she wasn't gonna, because I have no attachment to my material items at this point because I only have a backpack. So I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, that might be a spot where you might start questioning your choices there, Kelly.
So,
but
yeah.
it wasn't a prop job, it was an actual jet. But it's Wizz Air. Come on.
So yeah, I get it to shove in, and I didn't pay the $90 because I would rather go out and buy a 20 pair of pants again when I get back to the US than pay $90 on a flight that I was supposed to be saving money on. So I'll go throw my stuff away. I don't care. Then I turn back to my travel partner. He's paying the $90. I was like, throw stuff away. What are you doing? I'm like telling him, like, don't you have some t-shirts you're not going to wear again in there? Like, you have, like, my friend's not a fashionable guy. Like, he's not fashionable. It's not like he's wearing nice clothes. Like, go throw the Walmart t-shirts away. Like,
hey,
just, no, like, I'm not going to do that. And he was like, I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I paid the $90. I just didn't want to, I wish
put all
I
your
could've.
clothes on in layers and reduce the bag size.
Yeah, I wish I could have done that.
You should have taken the pants out of the bag and put them on.
Well, I was already wearing a pair of cargos, so I couldn't slip them on. I tried to do that, but I was in a kind of rush, so I couldn't.
Yeah, everybody was in a rush. That's where they get you. Oh, $90. Okay, so you get on this flight. How was the flight itself, though?
It was perfectly fine.
Okay, so the flight itself was fine. They just scam you out of $90 just to get onto the flight for no reason, because there was plenty of space for carry-ons. That's how they get you.
But yeah, the only thing that was making my bag big was this one pair of cargo pants that were really thick. So I was just like, wear them like a hat. I should have just been like effort.
You just strap it around your head. What? It's my hat. You don't like it? What's wrong with my hair? Isn't Wizz Air owned by Southwest Airlines? I don't know, Michael. I have no idea. It just sounds sketchy. They need to come up with a new name. If Wizz Air is the best that they can come up with.
But I didn't pay the $90, and I'm only one pair of pants down, so I feel like that's worth it.
If you didn't need them.
No, I really didn't. I mean, I had another pair of pants on, so it wasn't that big of a deal.
Yeah, how many pairs of pants do you need?
I have 1 million at home. So.
There you go. Million.
But so yeah, I made it on the flight. Evan, my travel partner, he's really pissed off. But I was like, it was your fault, bro. You could have put something on. You could have avoided that. But I think he wasn't really thinking. He was just stressed out, and he was just like, okay, well, take my money, whatever, just be over with it. But I'm really cheap, and especially on this trip. I was like, $90. I could get a nice dinner. I could get a souvenir.
I did good as a dad. Being cheap myself.
I could have gotten like 5 souvenirs and a dinner with that. Like, I could have had
She's going to Hungary. She's gonna be hungry. You got to get food.
So I was like, I'm not doing that. Sorry.
Awesome. So you got to Hungary and you flew into Budapest, right?
Yeah, I flew into Budapest, and then.
And what was the big thing in Budapest that you guys wanted to do?
The Parliament building is
I have pictures of the Parliament building?
The coolest building I've ever seen in my life. It was. I don't even think pictures. Oh, I don't have one on there.
You said you texted them, right? Did you text me those pictures of the Parliament building? Well, tell your story. I'll try to find it.
The Parliament building?
Yeah.
Well, we start walking down the path, and then you see it, and you're
Is
just
that
like,
the Parliament building?
oh no, it's bigger than that.
Oh, sorry. Whoa, excuse me.
Bigger than that.
It's bigger than that. What is that little
Wait,
building?
hold on. This is Hungary.
That's Hungary.
It's
So it
probably
might
in
be
here.
in here. Stop touching stuff.
You're asking me to help you.
Not
Oh,
do it.
never
For
mind.
now. See, it's only the couple
I'll
pictures.
show it. I know where it is.
Okay, you show it then.
But it truly like shocked me. I've never seen something so massive in my life. It was like crazy. And then we did a
half on a flight to Boca. Recent check. I like it. So that's the Parliament building of Hungary. So it looks like just a giant castle.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
And they have these like misters that go off every hour. I think it's to cool the pavement, and it looks like fog. It was so cool. But yeah, I went there. It was pretty awesome. We went to the Central Market. We went to
the Central Market.
Yeah.
So that is the Central Market there, like a little marketplace. Looks awesome. That looks cool.
So went to Central Market. We went on a boat. We got on a boat tour where they took you on the canal and showed you the St. Matthias Church and the museum. Yeah, that was a museum in Hungary. It was really awesome.
Jeez, that's what gets me. It's like you were sending me pictures, and just the architectural and the art components of inside some of these older buildings. That's what I like. That's what I'm interested in. Just because there's nothing like that here, and I don't experience that kind of stuff. So you were sending me pictures of all these old buildings. Oh, there it is. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
So that's part of the Parliament building.
Yeah, it was
looks like a giant castle.
Insane. And especially from the water, when we did the canal tour, seeing it from the front with the water, I was like, whoa, that is crazy.
Yeah.
And then we went to the Star Wars Museum because my friend that I'm traveling with, and me too, I like Star Wars.
You're in Hungary. Where do you got to go? The Star Wars Museum. That's where it's a must.
Travel partner really wanted to go, so I was like, travel. He's coming with me on this, helping me. So.
What's this?
Oh, I've been to Pike Place Market too. That was my last trip I took before Seattle, this.
Yeah.
I went to Seattle before I went to this, and it was awesome. I really liked Seattle. Yeah, the Star Wars.
Because where would the best Star Wars museum be?
Saw real life Jabba the Hutt.
Life-size Jabba. Life-size Jabba. Was he animated? Animatronics?
No, he was just a sculpture.
Where was this?
But I like Star Wars, so it's not like I didn't have a great time. I was liking it too.
Where was this?
That was at the National Museum of Hungary.
Yeah, that big old sword.
Our market in Cape Town, so massive. Oh, cool.
That's cool, Tim. Yeah, it's crazy how these countries have like these giant markets, and I know we have markets scattered around the United States, but not to this extreme. I don't think. I don't know, but at least not where I live. That's for sure. I mean, Winter Garden has a market, but it's definitely not to the sound of this. So Hungary was that. I'm trying to share you guys. You sent everything got sent twice.
Yeah, I sent all the swords.
All the swords and stuff. I was getting pictures of all that kind of fun stuff. Look at that dagger at the bottom. Kind of cool Persian-esque kind of stuff. She knows what I would like, so she's sending me all the sharp and pointy stuff.
I sent him all the reptile exhibits at the Natural History Museum, and I sent him all the knives I saw. I was like,
"Yeah, she
Dad's
did.
gonna want to know."
She did. So that was Hungary. Then where was the next destination?
Then after Hungary, we took a bus that was delayed by 3 hours, and I ate peanuts on the bench with this very nice Polish girl my age.
Just out of the blue.
Yeah, she bought me peanuts. So we were just chatting.
Peanuts.
Yeah. We were just sitting on this bench, and I met a friend, so she was awesome. She told me all the stuff I needed to do.
Cosmin's in Portugal.
Ooh, Portugal. Portugal's really pretty.
Yeah.
I want to go to Sevilla.
Right, Cosmin, you're in Portugal, right? That's awesome. Yeah, Cosmin's in Portugal. I get some people from
Portugal is beautiful.
Yeah.
Portugal's super beautiful.
So where was this?
I'll get to that. That's in Krakow. So
Krakow.
So I went to Krakow, Poland.
Was that your next trip after Hungary?
Yeah. After I went through Slovakia, we didn't see anything in Slovakia other than the side of the road.
Oh wait, I'm sorry, Cosmin. I'm sorry. I'm from Romania.
Oh, really?
But currently living in Delaware. Well, you're definitely going to need to rewind some of this, Cosmin.
Yeah,
because
I just went there for a month.
She's been there. We've been talking about her adventures in Romania. What town were you in again?
I was in Ordohe.
Ordohe.
I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. If you speak
Romanian,
then you probably say it better than me. But
sorry, Cosmin, I got you
cool.
and somebody else confused. I think Rodriguez is from Portugal. Okay. He pops in every once in a while.
Oh, that's cool. Well, I wish I had his input at the beginning because I would have asked him about the some stuff. But it was really cool. I really enjoyed Romania. It was beautiful.
Based on the pictures. It's so Hungary. And then you went to where again?
Krakow, Poland. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that.
Yes, that's where I was at.
He's originally further south from whatever that word is.
Yeah. Cool. That's awesome. Yes, that's exactly the town I was in.
Yeah. Blade Walker, what's going on, man? I hope you're feeling better. I know you were not doing well, but you're wanting a Polish sausage.
I had a kielbasa. Yeah, I did.
You're awesome, Blade Walker. Thanks for popping in and checking us out, man. I hope you're doing well. Keep hanging there, buddy. Fight it. Fight it. Whatever it is, buddy. Fight through. Fight like hell. You have our thoughts. Yeah, our thoughts. And if prayer is your thing, I'm sending positive vibes your way, my buddy. He's not doing well health-wise.
I'm sorry.
Dealing with some health issues. So let's talk about Krakow, Poland. Besides the pierogies.
Oh, yes. We specifically went to Krakow because it's on the border, and both of us were really interested in seeing some history and some historical museums, specifically about World War II. We did a tour of Auschwitz 1 and 2, which was really sad but very interesting. We went to both sites, which is why we were in Krakow, because that's the closest major city to it, planning wise. So we went there, and then
So hold on, because there's stories about the Auschwitz thing. So you were at Auschwitz, which you guys, I don't need to explain that.
Yeah.
And just for the record, my mom was Italian American. My dad's Eastern European Jewish. So I am half. I guess I'm Italian and Eastern European Jewish. So Brynn going to here was interesting, but being respectful and understanding the gravity of this place. What did you see there?
Oh yeah, there was lots.
And what were you wearing, by the way?
No, I wasn't wearing that big.
Oh, okay.
I knew I was going to. That was the synagogue tour. That was the synagogue tour that I accidentally wore a Hooters shirt too.
We're going to the synagogue tour. What's Hooters?
Awesome. I wasn't even thinking about it. It was like just a funny T-shirt I had that had the Hooters on it, and I wasn't even thinking about it because we didn't know we were doing synagogue.
And it's not like the waitress Hooters. It's just a
T-shirt that has Hooters on it.
Okay, so let's go back to Auschwitz.
God, that's a switch. That's horrible. Anyway, we're not wearing a Hooters shirt at this.
Oh no.
I was wearing just like a t-shirt and jeans, but we went and there was a lot of people that either didn't know what it was. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt, but they were taking like selfies, like smiling selfies at this place. I'm like, guys, I don't think you realize how horrible like.
And there was the Asian family.
Yeah, they were not really getting it. I don't think.
They were just all happy, smiley photos of taking selfies, walking around Auschwitz. Hey, taking selfies of themselves at this place where millions of people, thousands of people died and were killed. And it's just, I understand taking photos, but happy-go-lucky selfies where this is where they're all gassed.
Yeah, literally, it was embarrassing.
So, yeah, you were telling me that story, and I was like,
WTF.
Yeah, WTF is.
But it was. I learned so much that I had no idea. Look, because I have obviously learned it like everyone here, but when you're there, I had a great tour guide, and she told us so much in detail, and it was really interesting to learn, and especially like because there is a little bit of heritage because we are like when I took my test, it was mostly like Ashkenazi Italian, so it was interesting to see, and it was thinking about like if I was in that town that many years ago, I probably would have definitely been persecuted or whatever. So it was sad. Yeah. Or if Grandpa was there or something.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. It would not have ended well. So there's a lot of gravity to that, but it's awesome to be able to experience it. Yeah. Whether, it's a positive or negative thing.
Yeah.
So you guys went there specifically. That was one of the things that you guys wanted to do.
Yeah, we kind of went to that city for that experience that whole day. And then we Woo!
She lives.
Woo!
She lives. Oh, whoa. Got out of the car.
Yeah.
At least you look cute. I was talking to my wife. Not you. Sorry, guys. Distracted. So what was the other thing you wanted to do there? Or what was the other thing you did do there?
We went to the old town and we saw a live orchestra in a really beautiful church, and we
was that the church?
hit up some bars and experienced.
Whoa, wait a minute. So she did turn 21 on this trip.
It doesn't matter. The drinking age is 18 in Poland. It was legal.
Is this the church?
Yeah.
Check this out, guys. This is like
Why did you look right in my eyes when you said you look cute?
Look at that. I mean, that's just
crazy.
Insane. The church. Just like the architectural and the stained glass and everything else is just crazy. Well, Tim, you are cute. Come on. Tim is cute. Neil McKenzie, hello, welcome. We are chatting with Brynn, catching up on her European adventures. What church was that?
Oh,
do you remember?
I can't pronounce.
Okay. Well, I don't blame you for that.
It's something Basilica.
Basilica. Okay. Yeah.
But that was the prettiest church I'd seen the whole time. And it was so unsuspecting on the outside. Like, it was just a brick building. And then we walked in and we're like, whoa, this is insane. It was, the frescoes and the gold and the ceiling and the stained glass. It was just crazy.
Is that the church?
That's the next city I went to.
Oh, okay.
That's in Krakow, though. both Krakow.
That's Krakow.
Mhm.
This is like the Times Square. This is like the square.
Yeah, that's the like Liberty Square.
Liberty Square
And that's the
in
market, actually.
Krakow.
Mhm.
Inside that building is the market.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. So the market was in that building. And then again, she had
My
her
pierogies.
pierogies in there. Krakow, Poland, pierogies. That's awesome. All right.
And
Mhm.
then
And
I
then-
got on a train and did a day trip to Wrocław, Poland.
Wrocław, Poland. And that was your favorite place, right?
Yeah. And it was just a really beautiful town. I went to a botanical garden that I loved. Yeah, that I wish it wasn't as stigmatized in the US. I mean, it's really not too big of a deal.
Well, when you arrived in Poland at the dig site, you had told
Or
me
Romania?
in Romania, sorry, in Romania at your dig site,
Oh, yeah.
they had a tradition
Yeah.
for which everybody had to do
It was
for whatever reason.
I'm sure Cosman's familiar. They presented us with palinka to like clear the stomach, and the man who owned it was like giving it to us, and I did it. Like I'm not gonna say no. Shit.
But what was it? It was alcohol,
It was just
right?
it was like a liquor. It was a hard liquor.
It's a grain alcohol of some kind.
I'm not sure what it's made of or anything, but it was sold all over Ordohe.
What's it called?
Palinka?
Palinka?
Yeah. Or Palinka?
Cosman, do you know what Palinka is? Help us, please. It's a plum brandy. Okay.
Yeah. So every like meal they would offer Palinka, or you could buy Palinka from the.
I see. No
owner.
wonder you had so much fun.
No, I wasn't slammed. I only had.
That wasn't slammed.
I had one shot.
I was buzzing the whole time I was there. The architectural in Europe is amazing. Nothing like it here, really. No,
Yeah.
absolutely not, Michael. I mean, we just don't have. We just don't have that history and we just don't have that. And some of these countries have rebuilt a lot of that stuff too. Plum brandy, yum. You got Donnie's
It was
attention.
And there was a blueberry flavored Palinka as well. It was really good.
A blueberry plum Palinka?
Yeah, they like flavored it with blueberry, but I liked the regular one better. But
It's slammed the
that
whole
was.
time.
Well, I was only.
I would have been slammed the entire. Let's go, Trent. Let's go dig.
Yeah, I had to wake up at 8 a.m. for
So-
my digs. I can't be slammed.
Donnie is a knife maker, but he used to be a tattoo artist.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, so Brynn's got her ink. That's
Wow.
she's got a lot of ink. She's got more ink than me. But so you're in Poland, and then you went to Krakow. What was in Krakow that you want? Why go to Krakow?
Oh, you mean the one with the Auschwitz, or the one with the botanical?
Where
garden?
did you go
After Krakow?
after Krakow?
Oh,
wait.
Wrocław.
Oh, you went to the botanical gardens in Krakow?
No, they were in Wrocław.
Okay, yeah, Wrocław. Sorry.
So I took a train for 2 hours to Wrocław after a crazy train experience. That train experience was
So it was a 4-hour train ride?
3.
It was a 3-hour
More
train
like
ride.
2.5 hours.
But not like, oh, we're going to sit in this nice chair and sit
No.
on the train.
So the process of getting on this train was a nightmare, because we go to get our ticket because we're like, oh, we don't want to get them online. We're just going to get them at the train station. It's the most smart thing to do in my head. So I can't avoid buying them in the wrong place for overpriced. You know how things do online. Like, I was reading on Reddit that like some sites online that will sell train tickets even though they're completely sold out and stuff. So I was like, okay, let's just go. I don't want to trust some random website. So we went. I talked to this lady. I told her I want to go to Wrocław. She was like, where? She was like, because I'm not saying it right for sure. I don't speak Polish, unfortunately. I was like, yeah, Wrocław. And she's like, can you write it for me? Because I don't know what you're saying. So I wrote it. And she's like, oh, and then said it in the proper way. And I was like, oh, I've been saying that really wrong. But I can't repeat. I don't even know.
You don't even know how she said it.
But then I get my ticket. Okay, I got my ticket. All right. What platform am I on? Says nothing about the platform. I'm like, okay, so let's watch the screen and wait.
This story, I remember.
Let's watch the screen and wait for the platform to come on. Like, that's the smart thing to do. So we're waiting. We're waiting. We're looking for something that says Roclaw. We're waiting. Okay. There's not. It's leaving in 10 minutes. There's nothing on the screen. So we're like, okay, we need to ask someone right now. So I pull aside a random security officer, and I'm like,
she's at the train station, Michael.
I'm like, hey, do you know where this platform is? Don't know if you'll know this, but just shot in the dark here. He was like, oh, yeah, just go to 3. And I was like, where does it say that? And he's like, Golnack. You're going Golnack train. And I was like, no, I'm not going to Golnack. He's like, no, 3. I'm like, shit, well, he knows what he's talking about. So I go to 3 because he tells me to. So I'm like, all right. He knows what he's talking about. He's a Pole. Like, he knows. He's on this train every day.
He's got to know, right?
So then I get to the platform and I see another worker and I'm like, hey, where do I get to this train? And he's like, Golnack. Yeah, I'm getting on that too. Don't worry, I'm getting on that. And I'm like, okay. So then I'm waiting for the train that says Roclaw. I'm still waiting for it because I'm like, in my head, that has to be right? So I'm sitting and I see the guy I talked to get on this train that says Golnack, like Golnack, Poland, or whatever Poland. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. And I look to Evan, and my friend that I'm traveling with, he looks to me and he's like, I'm following him. So we start following him across the platform and like literally following behind him and just hop on this train totally blind because we're like, I don't think this is the right one, but everyone's telling us to get on this train that is not labeled with our place we're trying to go to. So we have standing tickets, by the way, because it's overbooked. So we're like getting like pushed by, like everyone's trying to get it. This guy's yelling at me in Polish. I don't know what he's saying. And then it calms down and we're on this train that's going. I look to the left and I ask this guy like, hey, this is going to Roclaw, right? And he's like, oh, yeah, look up there. And I'm waiting for the cities because it's on a list. And then it's Roclaw. I'm like, how did you know that this was supposed to be the train when it doesn't say anything about the city on the front of the train? It just says the end point. So it says
you just have to know that that's on the way.
And he was like, oh, I have an app. Like I have the app, of course.
Of course, the
I'm
train app.
Well, I don't have the Polish train app because I don't live here. So how am I supposed to find it? But we just trusted some random Polish people blindly just because they know what they're talking about. I've never been on a Polish train before.
That's funny.
So that was my train experience. And we get on the train after panicking, and then we go to Roclaw and we just do a day trip there.
And Roclaw was your favorite place?
Yeah, it was. I didn't expect it, but it was my favorite place. It was so beautiful. It was
because of the beauty.
Quaint. It was just calm. The most beautiful churches, the most beautiful botanical garden I've ever seen. It was nice. They do
it's sort Poland. Of they do things sort of Polish there.
Yeah.
And then the botanical gardens was your favorite place.
Yeah, the whole trip.
So you were going to go to the botanical gardens and a zoo.
Yeah.
But you ended up going to the botanical gardens and getting lost in the botanical gardens on purpose.
Yeah. Because it was so big and also the most beautiful like botanical garden I've ever been in. So I was like, I could stay here all day and be happy. And you can see the architecture from the city just over the botanical garden. You can see the city, and you're walking through, and there's lilies and flowers and like conifer trees, and it's just willow trees and a bridge. It looks like a Studio Ghibli movie, if you've ever watched one of those.
Studio Ghibli movie. She's breaking down the anime.
Like it looked like a
That's all I know about the Studio Ghibli
I have a
movies.
oh wait, no, wrong arm. I have a Studio Ghibli tattoo. I love those movies.
She's got the tattoo to prove it. Do you have pictures on the drive of that?
Yes, I do.
Is that it?
Yeah.
This?
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me share. Let me share the screen. And present. Share screen. So this?
Yeah.
Is some of it?
Yeah. It was just really pretty.
The
photos don't do it justice either.
Yeah. That's the only photos. Yeah.
That's the friend I traveled with.
Yeah.
Evan.
And what church is this?
That's in Prague.
Oh, that's in Prague. We haven't gotten to Prague yet.
Yeah, you're spoiling.
Nope. I don't want to do that. Oops. These are all the photos that we can't do. Okay. Stop sharing.
Wait, it says open photo. Go back.
Hold on.
It says open photo.
Yeah, it won't let me. It doesn't do anything.
Oh.
Like, it's
Never
blank.
mind.
It doesn't do anything when I open the photo. It doesn't do anything.
Tattoos, you're speaking my language.
Yeah, Robert's got a bunch of old school monster tattoos.
Oh, that's it.
Frankenstein and werewolf and that kind of stuff.
I have
That's okay,
all
Tim.
mine on my legs.
We won't hold that against you being Polish and all. It's the Polish way.
I like the neo-traditional and traditional stuff a lot. I have it all on my legs. My legs are what I started with, so.
I haven't been tattooing in almost 10 years now. Yeah, it's because he got the bug for making knives. But he makes folding knives that are
that's
awesome.
cool.
He makes awesome
That's
folding
cool.
knives.
How do you even go about that?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's cool.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I can't say anything. But we have that one.
Oh, let me get it out. Wait, hold on. It's on my
We have the matching tattoos. Yeah, he has a lot of traditional stuff too. But that's awesome. So Krakow.
I got a new one.
What? Where?
Damn
it. You never tell me either. You always tell me after the fact. Did you get it in there? Oh, well, after the stream, you're going to have to show me. Or I know you have a picture on your damn phone.
Picture of it.
You always she never like, Dad, guess what? I'm going to go get a tattoo. It's always, it's already healed and it's like done.
Because it has to be done. Like,
Mrs. Aries is like, she's getting a new tattoo. And I'm like, how do you know? She's like, I just know. You got to hate yourself a little to make folders by hand. Yeah. Donnie said that you got to hate yourself a little to make folders by hand. Like he does. Because he does everything by hand. He doesn't do any special mills or anything crazy. Oh, that's beautiful. All right, show them. Show the people. No, it's just a flower. Okay, fine. A traditional flower. Did they give you a deal on that one?
No.
No? Where'd you get it?
Seattle.
Oh, when you were in Seattle? Brandy knew it too.
I wanted to show you when it was
You
healed.
always show me after it's healed and everything's done. Jeez.
You gotta hate yourself a little to make folders by hand.
That's what he was saying.
That must be difficult.
Yeah, so you guys don't know, check out Donnie Bless Knives on Instagram. Amazing, ridiculous stuff. Amazing. I'll show you after. But so Krakow, and then your final destination was
Prague.
That's
where we spent most of our time.
And I know that's what you were really looking forward to.
Yeah, and it's crazy because like it ended up not being my favorite. My favorite was the
Krakow.
smallest town I went to,
Which is Krakow.
which Wrocław. Well, I guess it wasn't the smallest town I went to, but it was a smaller town.
Well, Romania was the smallest town.
Yeah,
there, probably. Yeah.
But
So what was in Prague? Why did you want to go to Prague?
what's not in Prague? It was so basically World War II. A lot of historical buildings, like especially in Poland, Eastern Europe, they were completely demolished by the war. But Czech Republic was almost like unscathed when it came to like World War II destruction.
Okay.
So all those historical buildings that are pre-World War II,
they're all intact still.
They're I'm pretty sure from my knowledge, they don't have any damage because they did have to go through Czech Republic to get to other people that they were trying to persecute, but they didn't destroy as many buildings as they did everywhere else. So there's the Charles Bridge, the Prague Castle, there's churches with crazy stained glass. It's just everywhere you look, there's a different watchtower, church, tower. It was insane. It was so crazy. You could easily spend a week just exploring Prague. Like, there's a lot of things that I didn't even have the chance to do because, again, we had to fly out. But now I know things I'd want to do for next time if I do go.
Back.
Yeah.
Is it starting here? Is this the church?
Yes.
What church is this?
The big Prague church.
Is that it?
Uh-huh.
There's a picture of it. Open that, and then I'm going to presentation mode. Presentation mode. Screen. Window. Boom. Yeah. So that's the big church, which is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, it was insane.
I mean, come on. That's like crazy. Ugh, so beautiful. Like,
yeah.
There's nothing ever going to be like that. Okay. Stop. I went past. And then the inside of the church is absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
Like,
and it was so big that you can't even get a picture of it because you can get a picture of what you're looking at, but you can't, like, unless you do a panoramic or something, you can't get the whole thing. It was so beautiful.
Like, look at that.
That's one little sliver of the church. Like, it's massive.
Ugh, it's just, yeah, that's a cool picture.
Yeah, each stained glass is completely different and made by hand, I'm sure. It's just really cool.
Yeah, so that's awesome.
And I really wanted to go to the library, the Baroque library, but they only let you go if you had a tour. I was like,
so you had to go on a tour.
But the tours are so expensive, and I was like, dang, we don't have time. And the tours are only at specific times and whatever. So
yeah, the steeples are gnarly, man.
Yeah, that was that more Baroque, like Gothic
Baroque period
architecture, like that's really pretty.
Yeah. Yeah, it was cool. So Prague, you ended up in Prague going to the church, and there was something else you wanted to do in Prague, or something else.
I went to the Mucha Museum. If anyone knows Alphonse Mucha.
Was that where you sent me all the pictures of, like,
the ladies?
The ladies?
Like he paints the ladies.
Oh, I was thinking all the taxidermy stuff.
Oh, that's in the National Museum of Prague. They have a whole natural history museum and a paleo history museum, a mineral hall with meteorites, and it was really, really pretty. And there's the ceiling that you liked in the.
Which one was that?
In the Prague Museum.
Yeah, Donnie. The sad thing is, nowadays architecture is snooze.
Oh yeah.
And it will not survive as long as that.
Like that was the ceiling in the museum. It was really cool.
Awesome. Yeah, like that stuff there will outlast all of us. But our architectural here nowadays, architecture will never survive the ages like that architecture will. So
that's another picture of like the stained glass. It was just
iced espresso number 2. Donnie's on number 2. He can get to work soon. He has to do at least 3. So true. Yeah, it is true. The stuff like houses that are being built today will never withstand some of the stuff that everybody else would do. All right, Neil, happy Friday to you. TGIF for you. That's awesome. You ain't wrong. You should read this book called Rust. I'll let you borrow it. All right. I'm down. I'm sure. It's just the way that they put so much effort into the way that they were building things back then. And now things just won't survive. Things just don't survive.
It was really pretty.
You know it will survive the ages, an Aries delayed. All right. Well, thank you, Tim. I hope they survive. So that was basically, was there anything else on your trip after Prague?
No. I went home and then
slept
and I got slept on. I got slept on by a man for a 2-hour plane ride, and I was honestly too tired to even say anything, so I let him.
Yeah. So she flew from Prague to JFK, and then JFK home to Tampa, and she had a 4-hour layover in JFK. So she was sitting in JFK. She's going. Time is standing still because you left. Prague at 11 a.m. Arrived in New York at what, 2, 1?
Yeah.
So it was, even though it was an 8-hour flight, she only got 2 hours, and then waited 4 hours. Then and Evan, was he with you at this point in time?
Yeah, he was with me.
He was still with you. And then you guys fly back to USF or Tampa.
Yeah.
And this guy cracked out on drugs or not on drugs, and he's tweaking, falls asleep on your shoulder
and he's like in his sleep, like twitching. I felt so bad for him. I was like, honestly, he needs the rest. I don't care at this point. Because every time I would wake him up, be like, "Oh, sir, you're falling asleep. I'm sorry." But then after the third time, I was like, you know what? I don't have the energy to keep waking this man up.
F that. I just accept it.
I fell asleep too. I was this way. He was this way.
And
it's fun.
Just as perspective, this is the child that anytime we would get in a car, and probably to this day, if we get in a car and we have to travel more than 45 minutes, she will be asleep.
Yeah.
Ever since she was a kid, just as soon as we hit the car, after about 10 minutes,
he needs the rest. Yeah, he did. He was clearly like needed help. He needed help. Yeah. And I felt bad for him. And people don't get empathy when they're but he was doing probably a long travel too. The thing is, he would wake up and realize that he was doing it and get embarrassed and then try to be upright. But then he was also not in the right state of mind, that he was just like so deeply asleep, fully twitching. I was very scared that he was going to have
the businessman on the other side was just on his laptop the whole time.
The businessman pissed me off more than the guy sleeping on me, because I make eye contact with this businessman, and I looked at him and I was like, I don't know what to do. He just oh, haha, and then goes back to work. Doesn't even try to help. Doesn't even try to wake him up. Wouldn't you think if a girl, a young girl's getting slept on by some guy that's tweaking out, you would try to be pull him and try to help? No, he was like, oh, that's so funny, and just kept back to work.
Kept working.
I was so mad at him. I was like, you didn't even try to help.
That's awesome, Michael. I didn't know that. It's in New York. the Cathedral of St. John the
Ooh.
Divine.
That's cool.
It started in 1892.
That's
But
cool. I've
still,
never
some
seen
of the
it.
stuff in Europe is just crazy. So that is the world we live in now. You're right, Robert. Unfortunately. But she made it back in one
Yeah.
piece.
He
Thank
wasn't
goodness.
doing anything bad. He was just asleep.
He just needed, like Donnie said, he just needed a rest.
He just needed a rest.
He just needed a rest.
Hey man, me too. Me too. I was so tired. I fell asleep. I was this way. I told you I was this way watching Avatar on the screen.
Wait, the animated one or the actual?
The blue one. The blue people.
Oh, that Avatar. Okay.
And
I've
sometimes
still-
he would wake up and watch it with me. I thought that was touching. He would wake up and look at my screen and watch it for a few seconds and then fall back asleep.
Fall back to sleep. It's only 2 hours, dude.
It was only 2 hours, so that's what I was like. I'm not gonna try to do anything. It's not that big of a deal. Like whatever.
That's funny. That's
Whatever.
crazy. So overall, what was, looking back on that,
Highlights?
what, I know we've already kind of touched on it,
Mhm.
but what's your overall thought of the trip in general?
It was really good. I think that if I were to do it again, I'd probably spend more time in Budapest. I wish I would have had an extra day there. There was so much I missed. But totally grateful that I got to go in general. And it was really, really fun. But we knew in our heads that we were just going to be kind of sightseeing through the cities.
Bouncing through.
Not really like a vacation kind of thing. So yeah, it was super fun. I'm sure it would have been a lot more enjoyable if I didn't have only a backpack of items, but we were doing laundry and like laundry.
Well, if you were able to stay in one city for a week,
Oh yeah, that would have been cool.
like Prague for a week,
Mhm.
or
I would definitely, yeah.
that Krakow for a week, or
Mhm.
the other place for a week, that would have been
Yeah.
a lot more not enjoyable, but you would have had more time to
Mhm.
actually enjoy the things. But being able to experience other cultures, and then you also were on a learning experience with
Mhm.
the dig in doing that.
Yeah, I learned a lot from that. It was really, really interesting. You know, I learned the mapping and the data entry, and I learned like how to measure everything and how to plot those points in the grid. And
Yeah.
I learned just a lot about the field in general. Even if I'm not going to be directly doing that, it's still fun. I'm a big into learning.
I know.
Even if it's not something that I'm going to do for work, I just want to learn. So I love school. Like I would go to school for the rest of my life if I could. So I know not people are like, why? But I just want to go sit in classes and listen to them talk. I like it.
That you got from mom, because that is not me. That is for sure. You got that from your mom. That is for darn sure.
I like
She
it.
liked to learn, but I'm not. I can't do that whatsoever. So, but I am really happy that you were able to do this trip.
My CV is stacked.
Your resume is looking good. You've gotten in with a lot of the higher up professors within.
Guess how many internships I've had?
Well, you
Just
just
many.
held it up. Five
Yeah.
relationships with your higher up professors.
No, I meant 5 internships. And then
5 internships.
I was talking to Ashley last night, and I was like, "Do you think I'm gonna get into grad school?" And she was like, "Yes." And I was like,
Get into grad
"I don't know. I'm just scared I'm not gonna get in." But
school? Get in.
then I was like, "Do you think my GPA is competitive?" And she was like, yes."
Yes.
And I was like,
But that's not
"Okay."
even. You got in with the professors on this trip that are in control of that master's
Wow.
program.
No,
No.
they're a different program I'm applying for.
Oh, who you're doing the health.
Yeah,
But still,
I guess that's why I'm nervous. But
I think you'll get in. You'll get in. It'll be awesome. So,
I applied soon.
what do you guys think? Does anybody have any other questions for her in regards to this trip besides her favorite food, which we found out was lasagna of all things? 5 relationships with professors sounds bad. Not those kind of relationships. And
Friends.
5 internships. She got 5 internships out of it. Not learning is awesome. School, nah. Yeah.
College is more. I didn't enjoy high school. Like, I didn't enjoy high school classes until I got to AP classes, and I didn't enjoy school until I went to college.
Yeah, you don't want me to get into that. I don't need to open that can of worms with my thoughts on the education system here.
Well, you were an education major, so.
I have my education degree. I have my education degree. I got out of that real quick. Does anybody have any questions for Brynn before we wrap this conversation up? Got about 10 more minutes. And we'll wrap this conversation up. I'll update you guys where I am on some of the builds. Looks like tomorrow I'm going to be working on those. I loved college. I could have been a lifelong student if someone would have paid me to do it.
Yeah, that's exactly that.
Yeah, it's the problem. That's the problem, Tim. I couldn't get out fast enough. Just not set up for that kind. My ADHD, and they're just, I can't. Nope. No question. Just thanks, Brynn, for sharing and hanging out. Awesome. Thanks, Donnie. Thanks for sharing this experience with us. It was a wonderful learning experience that'll benefit you through your life. Thanks, Michael.
Yeah.
I got glad I got caught this live. Glad I caught this live. Sounds like she had a blast. Yeah, thanks, Robert. I think she did too. That's because you're not a nerd like Brynn and I.
I'm very proud to be a nerd.
Yeah, she is proud to be a nerd. That is for sure. I'm not set up. I'm not set up that way.
I have the opposite problem that you have. I'm like, if I don't get it done right away, then I'll be like thinking about it.
Well, I have that too, but it's more of a hands-on.
Well, that's how Luke is.
I learn hands-on approach. So if
Yeah,
Charlie
you are.
Brown's teacher is standing up there talking to me, and you got me for about 15 minutes, and then my brain is going off into, all right, tonight I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to make this, and then I'm going to, and my brain goes, and you've lost me. So, and I can't take notes, and my notes, I go back and look at it, and I'm like, what did I even mean here? So I can't do here.
But if someone did something, you're like a kinesthetic learner, though.
Yeah, no, I'm absolutely a kinesthetic
Nerd for
learner.
life, yay!
What?
Wow, wow.
Same here. Wah, wah, wah. Yeah. Jeez, no sympathy from these people. That's for sure. Well, I am proud of you for going on this trip and doing it. I think this will be a lifelong experience. Where's the next place you want to go? Because I know, if anything, this sparked your love of travel and experiencing different cultures.
Yeah, I since I was young, I always was really interested in travel. So being able to do this finally has been really great because, I mean, it's something I've always wanted to do, but I was just kind of waiting for the money and me being in, like, getting the money to do it. And then also, now I'm able to do more things because I'm a little older. So I am very excited. I never thought that I was going to be studying in Romania, of all places, considering I'm a Spanish language minor. And I literally have spent the past 10 years learning a second language that did not benefit me
at all on the first trip.
So
nerds are the future leaders of this world. Be a cool kid, be a nerd. There you go, Tim. There you go, Tim.
But yeah, I definitely want to travel to a Spanish-speaking country. I mean, I want to use it.
Well, I know Spain.
Yeah, they have a different whole accent though.
But
I'm only talking.
Well, Spain is a very formal.
Yeah.
Formal.
They also
form of Spanish.
I've actually talked to some Spanish people that were traveling because I was like, I need to speak Spanish, or else my Spanish is gonna get rusty again when I come back and talk to my dishwasher at my job. Because he's my best friend. He's from Cuba and he only speaks Spanish. And if I didn't speak Spanish, I would have never learned how awesome he is. He's my bestie. But I needed to talk because I needed to make sure I was good for when I talked to Jose when I got back. I talked to some Spanish people and they just have a different accent. It's like more like.
Well, yeah, but once you get into that culture,
like
you probably fall right into it.
Yeah. But I want to go somewhere Spanish speaking so I can actually use that skill that I've been working on.
But you like the culture of that too.
Yeah.
It's not just the language.
Mm-hmm.
You've always been into the cultural aspect of the Spanish.
Yeah.
Because you had Mary.
Yeah, I mean, in Florida, it's very easy to use Spanish language skills. I mean, all my friends were from different regions.
I needed you the other day because I went to, where did I go? I went to, where was I? I went to Lowe's to get lumber for the new bench I built, and one of the people didn't speak English. He only spoke Spanish. I was like,
a worker?
Yeah.
Oh, dang. That sucks.
Oh, what did Tim say? I don't know. Gracias, man.
Oh, that's nice.
What did he say?
He's talking about my travels and that it was so nice to hear, and it's fantastic. Thanks, Brynn.
Thank you, Tim. Quizzing her on her Spanish. Yeah, Tim, and then Jim Miller, who did not pop in.
Yeah.
Truly appreciate Brynn sharing her exploits with us.
Travel.
I didn't know Tim speaks Spanish. I speak Spanish very little. I know words, and I don't recognize any of those besides gracias and fantastica.
The thing is, I felt like before I started talking to people at my jobs and stuff, my Spanish was formal.
Well, that's how they teach you. You get taught formal Spanish, but then you learn conversational Spanish and slang. It's the same with English. Without speaking Spanish, I intend to work well with those that don't speak English. Yeah. It's all about body language.
Oh, yeah, you can get your point across for sure.
Of course. Muy poco.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Muy poco.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Took Spanish for 3 years in high school. Yeah. I took it for 2 years. Brynn's been taking Spanish since middle school. And when she was, I don't know what got her into it. I have a theory of what got her into it.
One more beer.
Yeah. ¿Dónde es baño?
¿Dónde está?
See, I don't know. That was the life. Yeah, it feels like it, Robert, right?
I just started taking so many Spanish classes in college because I wanted to keep learning them. My advisor was like, hey, you have so many Spanish classes, just do a Spanish minor because you're basically just paying for nothing at this point. So go do a Spanish minor. I was like, oh, okay, I guess sure. So.
Well, I think that. Oh, jeez. So my theory, do you want to hear my theory?
Yeah.
Is when you were younger and I would bring you to work with me.
Diana, I was like, what is she saying?
Enthralled by listening to my coworker Diana, who is Dominican, and she would get around the Puerto Ricans and they would just start rattling off at 1,000,000 miles an hour. And you were always like, what did they say? I want to learn what they say. What did they say? And then that was right around the time where in middle school you took your first Spanish class. And then I think you were hooked ever since then.
Well, I took my first Spanish class because I wanted to get out of gym. Because if you took a language class or theater or something else enriching, you could get out of PE. So I was like, sure, I'll take Spanish. I don't want to be in gym. And then I just kept taking it and taking it and taking it. And then I passed AP Spanish. So then I had no more Spanish classes left to take. And then I'm now reading Spanish literature and I want to die.
Yeah. Now it's gotten really formal. But so I am like a cultural snorkeler. I know a little about a lot, but I think that's better than being a cultural scuba diver.
Yeah.
A lot of,
Yeah.
Because Tim spent time in South Africa and he can speak a little Afrikaans.
That's cool.
We have a guy who pops in sometimes, Gareth, who's from South Africa.
Oh, cool. And
I talk to Gareth all the time. We all know Gareth, but we all make fun of him about the rhinos and hippos. He just sent me a video of like his kids sitting in the car watching the giraffe.
Oh, that's so cool.
Ridiculous.
Oh man, Africa's beautiful.
Yeah.
One day
I'm never going, but
you have to go on one trip with me one day.
I'll go on a trip with you. We were supposed to go to see the redwoods, and that never happened. And you were in Seattle, so that was closer than I never. One day we'll do something. But thank you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this conversation up. Gareth sends my daughter animal videos weekly. Oh, that's cool.
Aww,
yeah, Gareth's an awesome guy, that's for sure. But thank you guys so much for popping in, hanging with us, hearing Brynn's story. I thought it would just be a fun kind of thing for us to do instead of doing work in the shop and getting hot and sweaty and doing those things. We could just sit in here and hang out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stories doing that. Sunday is the maker space. I do not have anybody lined up, so you guys are just stuck with me. Maybe I'll share with you guys the completed hawks that are now done. The hawks are all looking pretty stinking good, and the video for these is coming out finishing tomorrow, so make sure you check out the video of me finishing these up. Jim Cox, hey, what's going on? And then guys, if you aren't following me on Patreon or anything else, then you don't know that these have begun. So hopefully you guys saw the short, but the talon was cut, shaped, and the holes were drilled yesterday. And of course, the raptor is on its way. Yeah, guys, I don't know. Tomorrow I'm going to try to hit the grinder, try to do the bevels. I'm absolutely terrified to do this, but we're going to do it, guys. It's going to be a thing. It's going to be a thing. I almost dropped that on my phone.
Tim said it. Thank you. You're not more interesting than the guy sitting next to you. Hey, I did get half of my coolness from him, though.
Only half?
Half my mom.
She wasn't cool.
My mom was cool.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
She was cool in her own way. But my dad is the reason I'm cool.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I was trying to, and I've been trying to get her to bring her knife. She does have one of my knives. I made her a knife for her 18th birthday. She has a mini obsession, and I think I've only made 3 of those, but she has one, grandma has one, and then I made the pink one that somebody bought. But I was trying to bring her, and she keeps forgetting it. So
it's in my bag, but I left it at the place I'm sitting.
Yeah, no, oops. That's okay.
Oops, I'm bringing it with me though.
Next time.
It's great for my boxes.
She carries it all the time. She uses it, so that's why she has a little knife for me. But you guys,
I can do a lot of damage. Don't worry.
I want to see it because I was going to sharpen it for you and probably clean it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, thank you again. You guys are awesome for popping in. This was fun, and I really appreciate all of you guys for hanging in there.
Oh, you didn't pay for that one. My dad wasn't paying for that. You should pay for my next one, though. You should.
Well, the next one we go together on.
I paid for all of it.
You know, she paid for everything. I didn't do anything. She took care of everything and probably got some help with from Nana, but that's okay. That's okay. But she's my kid. I love her. I'm really proud of her for the person that she is. You guys have an amazing day. I'll see you on the next one. Please remember, subscribe, like, leave a comment.